backlash written on me. Card rubbing on a glass bowl, I've been ballin'. Free my ladies in the counter now, I'm already out. Already on the countdown, I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me. Cold running from the po-po and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna know it. I got the backlash written on me. Card rubbing on a glass bowl, I've been ballin'. Free my ladies in the counter now, I'm already out. Already on the countdown, I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me. Cold running from the po-po and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna know it. Yeah, come and get it, clock it ticking for my riches now. Yeah boy, counting commas in my kitchen now. Yeah right, Colorado ain't my region now. But now I'm headed out there anyhow. Set it out like I'm headed out for the big amount. Shoot it out like I'm heading out for the pictures now. How many people could do it the way I did it now? I really mean it, I feel like the only one around. Whoa, while I'm at it, I ain't kidding, I won't have it. Try and wait for me to slip, I ain't no Bambi. I'll be center in a rink, I'm Joey Sackage. And when you see me, I just came out with the hat trick. Oh God, don't be stressing with the magic. Acting out cause you ain't never seen no rabbits. All them bunnies, they be helping me imagine how I tell them that the man has got the backlash written on me. Card rubbing on a glass bowl, I've been ballin'. Free my ladies in the counter now, I'm already out. Already on the countdown, I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me. Cold running from the po-po and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna know it. I got the backlash written on me. Card rubbing on a glass bowl, I've been ballin'. Free my ladies in the counter now, I'm already out. Already on the countdown, I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me. Cold running from the po-po and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna know it. I got the
Hankins. How you doing, Gins? What the hell? Hang on just a second, people. All right. Well, I've been live once today already. I figured the hell with it. I'll go ahead and go live again. What else could it do, right? Damn, that was quick. I had a little bit of fun today. We did a stream about Sunderlando. That gay shit. You know, that stupid video game that is like literally one of the worst games ever made. I promise you'll never see me playing it. I'll never waste money on that. I don't know how anybody could buy it on Steam. I don't know how anybody could go to GameStop and get it. I don't know how anybody could download. I mean, that's wasted cash. You're running around an empty desert doing nothing. Literally doing nothing. Sorry. I like my money, and I don't like wasting it on stuff. So I think that game is a waste. But hey, when you're trying to get other people to like something, you know, please, I want y'all to like Sandland too. Yeah. But if you missed that action, just go over there to Rumble. Anyways, what I got for y'all today is some red pill goodness. I was supposed to do it the other day, but y'all know how busy I get. Stuff happens. So I'm not going to keep y'all waiting. Let's get into it.
Don't you think it's the most optimal system to have a woman staying at home with the kids?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's the natural design. But once they go to school, what does she do?
Well, that was my question,
What the hell is that girl in the green wearing?
right? So why are we paying her child support again?
What the hell? That girl, what? What is she supposed to be, an elf or something, man? Whatever. I'm not even gonna psychoanalyze that.
Because
Is that
if you
all
make
she
stay home
does?
with the
What do you
kids
mean?
still?
She doesn't put the kids to sleep. She doesn't feed them. She doesn't send them to school with stuff. Like
she doesn't cook your
She doesn't
food.
clothe them. She doesn't.
So-
deal with
She's
them,
like
she
an
doesn't do anything
employee
with
to
them.
you.
I'll answer your questions. So if you're sending your kids to school, they're going to school for 8 hours a day. It's a huge block of your day where there's not kids around. That's one. Two, not saying in the formative years that women don't put in a lot of work. They do, but it gets a lot easier for women as the kids get older. I mean, even by 4, 5, 6, 7, right? They're going to school for most of the day. Women are not.
Basically, what they're doing is they're talking about the need for men to be paying all this alimony and child support when the women don't even have the kids most of the day, which is true. If your kids go to school, which is law, kids have to go to school, they're in school for 8 hours every day. The only time you really have your kids all the time is on the weekends. So if your kid's going to school 8 hours Monday through Friday, why do you need so much child support? You're not even feeding them and taking care of them all day long. It's just part of the day. And that's usually after they get home, they might eat dinner, stay up for a few hours, and then go to bed, wake up, and go back to school. So it does make sense that a lot of men are being overcharged on child support for women that aren't even really taking care of their kids.
Busting their asses anymore to take care of the kids. They're just not. It gets way easier for them. Men, on the
You're
other
right.
hand, still are.
But
they're still working the 12s.
Wait,
they're still
what?
working the 16-hour days so that they can support the family.
But
And
people-
now they have to do it even more. They have to work even more hours if the woman's going to stay at home, because now the system requires 2 incomes for you to survive.
It sounds
so
like-
you have to extend your hours as a man most of the time.
It sounds like you want the wife to stay at home and raise the children, but you're also holding it against her because you have to go to work.
No one's holding it against her.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, you're not really doing anything. You just stay at home, and I have to go to work.
No,
every
I'm saying
day,
that
so I'm the one.
With your
my
pamper
claim
ass.
is it's not equally yoked. She's getting the better end of the bargain. So if you bring up, well, what about her housework, etc., I'm saying she
She's
still
getting
gets
the better end of the bargain
she's still getting
later.
the way better end of the bargain.
Later, but she has to put in way more
No,
work
she
in the
even gets it
beginning.
earlier.
No, she does not.
She does
I agree
too.
with him on
She
this.
does.
I'm sorry, but
In the beginning, when she has to raise the kids.
till what? 3
I will
years?
say I agree with you on this
For
one.
real?
Yeah, so for 4
I
years,
think the
she's
woman
literally,
needs to
like,
be in the
breaking her
household.
back.
Oh, okay. How many kids do you have?
they just want
None.
to
Hey, who here agrees with me and has kids?
Well, I do.
I don't have kids, but I-
Well, but I wanna- I wanna put
people
it-
with kids agree.
I want to put
Oh, wait a minute. The one gifted a sub to somebody. Appreciate it, man. One step closer to my 50.
it in a
Well, I
context.
appreciate
I want to put it in a
that. For the
context.
first 3 years,
But aren't you
right?
businesswoman? Yes, I am. But I want to put it in a context.
Yeah, I think that girl in the green is cosplaying. I don't know what she cosplaying as, but she's cosplaying. So I'm not going there because spending too much time talking about women's looks will get you in trouble on here. So I'm just gonna stick to what they're talking about.
Text that empowers women, which is yes, women who get to stay home and raise their children while their husband works hard. That is a blessing.
Absolutely.
That is a blessing to the woman. And I have been an entrepreneur my.
This is the way I look at the situation with the red pill dating, blah blah blah. Okay, look, man, you got a block of women that are really beautiful, that can go on OnlyFans and make a ton of money. They don't really have to work. They don't really need a man. And there's nothing that's going to change that until they get old and they can't really pull guys anymore. Then they're going to start thinking about finding a husband or whatever. Then you got a block of women that are career women that work in an office, CEO, a lawyer, whatever. They don't really care about having a husband neither because they're career women. Then you got a block of women who want to be home with the kids. But what the red pill guys are doing is they're trying to make all women be home with the kids. And it's never going to happen. Women are never going to do that. Even back during the time where women were doing that, all women were not doing that. So that's the reason why the whole red pill dating fails. Because they expect women to be doing something that has never happened except for in the Bronze Age of humanity. But once women got the ability to work and earn money, there's no going back. So that's why every time I hear these red pill dudes talk, even if they make good points, it don't matter because it's never going to be like that. You know, it's never going to go back to the days where the man works and the woman stays at home. So they just kind of wasting their time.
Entire life. And 4 years ago, I lost everything I had worked for. And God gave me the gift of enjoying my children at home. And I didn't realize how incredibly empowering that was. And that was our natural role. And I will say this too as well,
God give
because
you
if
the
I don't
gift?
keep talking, you're just going to talk over everybody. I will also say this. Child support started on this concept that, well, because I stayed home all of those formative years, I wasn't able to, this is when people got married at 20, I wasn't able to go to college and build a career. And now if we get divorced, I don't have anything that I've done for myself except for these children. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying that's how child support started. But now women and men take advantage of the system where they abuse and they hire the highest paid lawyer and they want to get vindictive against their spouse. And they literally use government, which we shouldn't be using, to punish a spouse and get more money that they...
Well, I disagree that women and men are doing it. No, women are doing it. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, women get custody and women get child support. You very rarely see men with custody and getting child support from women. So for her to say men and women are manipulating the system is not true. It's mostly women that are getting child support and they're using the court system against their ex. Or they're doing the thing where they don't let you see your kids. Okay? That's a female thing. I hate when they try to play this both sidesism and make it seem like men are doing the same stuff that women are doing. I have custody of my children. Anytime they mom want to see them, she can. It ain't my fault she don't show up. It ain't my fault she don't call or text. They ain't seen her in forever. And it's her fault. She know where we live. She got the phone number. My boys got their own phones. She got their phone numbers, but she haven't contacted. So I can't be blamed for her not seeing them because she know exactly where they at. But when she had the boys, she used to play that, well, I'm not going to let you see them. She used to do that to me all the time. And then some shit happened and I ended up with custody. But instead of being a douchebag and doing to her what she did to me, I acted like a man. I said, you know what? Even though you was an asshole to me, I'm still gonna let you see your kids. I don't have a problem with it. So yeah, this idea that men and women are both doing it is not true at all.
Don't deserve, or punish people and not to give them money that they do deserve. But I will say, again, women do not work as hard as men. Doing the dishes and the laundry and paying the bills and running errands and
think
raising
that
your
just
children is
depends what your
beautiful
job
and it
is.
is a
Yeah.
gift.
I think
But
it
that's
just-
the job.
Some
If
men
you're a
and
stay-at-home mom,
some
if you're a
men
stay-at-home
men
mom.
and women run empires together.
But
Some
if you're a
husband and wives
stay-at-home
run
mom,
empires.
that's the job.
Yeah, I was a
depends
stay-at-home
what
mom
your
for
job
9 years. I think
is.
it's where women need to be. I think we need to be in the household. I think we need to be barefoot in the kitchen, raising our children. And I am now working. I work with my husband and with Lindsay, but I don't agree with the child support and some. I mean, again, I think when you're taken. Like Lindsay said, when it started, it was meant that way. It's a good thing. But at the same time, I feel like it should be completely off the table. We shouldn't even be discussing this. Why is divorce at such a high rate? And then we wouldn't need to be having child support.
I think I saw a statistic that divorce was actually down from
It's because
1980.
fewer people are getting married.
Oh,
No one gets.
Exactly. Yeah, the divorce rate is down because people are not getting married anymore. Haven't you guys noticed even celebrities aren't getting married anymore? You remember when it used to seem like every day you turn on the TV, some celebrity couple was getting married. You don't even see them doing it anymore. Nobody's getting married anymore because it's been laid bare. Okay, it's the whole scheme has been opened up. Everybody see now that marriage is a scam for men. Even women acknowledge that it's a scam for men. They want you to buy the $30,000 dress. They want you to pay $100,000 for the location. They want you to pay $40,000, $50,000 for the food and the drinks and the seats and the invitations and everything else. They want a big 5-carat wedding ring or whatever the fuck. They want a bunch of gifts. They want you to pay all the bills. They want a big house. They want everything. And men, at the end of the day, even if you provide all of that, they're going to find some guy at the bar who's sexier than you, who's taller than you, who treats them like shit, and they're attracted to that. And I know women don't like to hear that, but it's true. Women are attracted to guys who treat them like they don't exist. I've watched women in my own family chase after men who don't want them. But then there's a guy chasing them that do want them, and they won't even talk to that guy. They got a guy that's in love with them, chasing them. They won't turn around and talk to him. They'll keep chasing that guy who don't want their ass. But I don't know why it's that way, but it is. And when you try to explain that, especially on the internet, it gets seen as misogynistic. But even the women that they bring on these panels are honest and say that they like bad boys. They like the dudes that treat them like crap. It's true. They really do. I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would like being treated in a bad way. But some of these women are so used to men just dogging them out that that's what they like.
It's married. That's Joe Biden's America.
I'm going to read a couple chats here. We have Living, the Walmart brand
He just became
Kiko
president.
ain't it. Thank you, Living Facts. We have
That girl with all the earrings and stuff in her face, the rings all, and I'm sorry, women everywhere, please hear me. That is not sexy. That makes you so unattractive having all that metal in your face. It just does. There's nothing remotely sexy or cute or attractive about it.
That's going to take a second. Living, thank you, man. Appreciate the messages. Thank you, everybody who's super chatting and sending in some Streamlabs messages. Appreciate it, guys. Like the video while you're watching. I'm just waiting for this next one to pull up. Hold on. Anthony Vasilati. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Andrew Y. Blank on therapy. Yes, girl with glasses needs a reality check about what's important in life. My girlfriend of 15 years passed recently. Sorry to hear that. I raised 2 kids. I'm on my feet today thanks to my psychologist.
Great.
good
Well,
job,
I don't
Anthony.
think you would object to it in like someone who's trying to get over grieving.
People have
Somebody who's
actual
grieving.
serious trauma, but women don't use therapy that same way. They'll use therapy for all sorts of
Why do you
bizarre
generalize
procedures.
all
generalize
women under
it, though?
one
He
body?
does that. He does
Big
that.
statement to assume.
Not a big statement to assume.
I'm assuming you're going on. Is there statistics that you have for that?
Not only is there
See, here's another big problem with this type of content. They bring on the same types of girls. OnlyFans, Instagram, shit like that. And now they're just bringing them on in different ages. Hang on, my woman calling. Hello. All right, they made it to their destination. Anyway, what I was saying is, these women, they're all the same. They all do some kind of sex work. They're either OnlyFans, they're porn stars, and then the older ones, like this one in the pink shirt, they get older, but they used to do that stuff when they were younger. And they come on and they try to tell the younger girls all the crap that they went through, and it doesn't work. You could line up 30 street prostitutes and bring them on that stream to try to tell these girls, hey, life is going to be bad if you keep on using your body to make money. They still won't listen. They had a girl on this show with herpes. She does porn. And they found out that she don't even tell other people that she's infected. So she's doing porn with people and not telling them she has herpes. That's what happens when you in the realm of this stuff, man. But I've noticed with all these shows, they bring on these same types of women. They never bring on intelligent women that are CEOs, lawyers, rocket scientists, professors. It's always women who use their looks to make money. And then they argue and debate with them, and it's like, haha, I'm smarter than a woman. Well, you're picking like from the lowest branch on the tree. It's not like you're going against intelligent women. You're going against women who use their body to make money. Most of these women dropped out of school and started an OnlyFans account because as long as you look good and you're willing to do sexual stuff online, you can make money. A lot of these girls don't have to have an education as long as they got looks. So it doesn't really make you it doesn't make you intelligent because you can out debate a porn star. It kind of makes you dumb, to be honest. I mean, I have to be honest. If you're sitting at a table with a bunch of women that are sex workers, if they make one good point against you, then you should lose. How are you not smarter than sex workers? How can you be outsmarted by women who sell pussy to make money? So the fact that they are able to even make any points against you means that your intelligence is lacking, not theirs.
Statistics that we can cite for this, but we can look at psychology itself. Psychology itself is a soft science. It's not a real science. It's a soft science. Just like the medical field, it's a soft science. And so we can't reproduce most of the data which is inside of psychology. We can't reproduce its massive reproduction crisis.
don't believe in
Stop
psychology?
talking. I'm almost done. Up to 70% of the studies can't be reproduced in psychology. Sociology is terrible with the same exact problem across the board. The question becomes, with psychology itself and psychologists, they're practicing a soft science. What are the benefits that you're getting from a psychologist that you wouldn't get from a buddy? You would say that they have some sort of scientific training. I would argue that if the science itself can't be reproduced, then it's not scientific at all, and they're basically just renting a buddy. That's
I think
the way
if
that
you
I
have
view
a
it.
buddy, then there's a bias response that's coming.
Obviously they don't know how men operate, because I'm not going to a psychiatrist or a psychologist and pay them $200 an hour to sit in a chair and whine about my problems when I could just call my brother, because my brother will literally tell me stuff I don't want to hear. I'll do the same for him. And if you have a real friend will tell you the truth. That's one thing I've always pushed online. If you actually care about someone, if you're actually a friend, then you will be honest with them. That is a fact. If someone claims to be your friend, but they tell you what you want to hear, or they lie to you to spare your feelings, then they not really your friend. They not. You can't trust that person. Okay? If you ask your homie, hey man, you think I need to lose some weight? Man, you look good. Don't worry about that. And then you step on the scale and it says 350. Your homie just lied to you, or he just didn't want to hurt your feelings. But if you ask me, yeah, you need to lose weight. Hell, I need to lose some too. I'll go to the gym with you. Like, look, I've learned in this journey of being online, people love lying to other people, especially on panels like this. People love lying because everybody just wants to hear what makes them feel good. I don't care about that stuff. I stopped caring about that a long time ago. Just hearing what makes you feel good is a lose-lose proposition. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't help you one bit. So I advise you to get friends that are willing to be honest with you.
Disagree with you on the sense that psychology is like completely not worth even considering because you can't reproduce the science or whatever. Because I do think it has basis in reality. But I do agree that obviously when you speak to a therapist, not every therapist is going to be a good one. Even if they have all their qualifications, they're still going to be able to they're going to give you wrong information.
Yep.
There are a lot of people who genuinely.
This person said the moment you start telling the truth and speaking your mind, you get canceled. Yep. Why do you think that this account that we're on right now was suspended for 2 years? This account was suspended for 2 years because I came on here and I called somebody who was lying a liar. We all know who I'm talking about. I don't even bring his name up on here because I don't want to get flagged again by him and his cronies. But this person was telling everybody straight lies. I pointed out that he was lying, showed proof that he was lying. The next day, my account was suspended, indefinitely suspended. 2 years later, they unsuspend me, and now I'm just trying to make what little money I can off Twitch and stay under the radar. I mean, I don't actually care about Twitch at all. I mean, if you saw today when I was on Rumble this morning, I had 141 people watching me. And that was at like 10:30 in the morning. So I get way more eyeballs on me on Rumble. I just feel like it's smart to use them both. There's no rule to say you only have to make money in one place. But they're right. Anytime you speak up and say anything about anything that matters, the council squad comes through. That's why when everybody was talking about that girl's looks, I'm not joining in on it, because if I focus on the way she look and do a diatribe about it, that gets you canceled. That's hate speech. Now, if she wanted to say something about the way I look, it's perfectly okay. That's how they operate on YouTube, Twitch, everywhere. Women can say anything about men, But as soon as you say something about a woman, you hate speech, misogynist, whatever other bullshit name they can give you. So I do my hardcore heavy content on Rumble. I do the lightweight stuff on here, the stuff that I don't have to really go in to do. So there's the difference between them. But yeah, they gave me my account back, so I'm not gonna just waste a resource. I'm gonna use it for what I can use it for. As long as y'all get good content out of it, who gives a shit, right?
Try therapy. They always will tell you that it's a matter of finding a good
Sure,
therapist.
but this makes my point,
you know.
actually. So
Well, I
how
agree with you a little
can
bit.
you judge if a therapist is a good therapist or not if it's supposed to be a science, but there's no scientific standard from which we can judge them, other than maybe
Trial and
by
error.
results, right? I've got a 5-star rating.
Look, I get accused of this, but I don't actually do it. But let me explain. You guys know I am not going to somebody and sitting in a chair and crying about my problems. I don't think anybody should. Now, there are people who go to therapy, who go to a psychologist, who seek out psychiatric treatment, all that. Just because I personally disagree with it and I don't do it, that doesn't mean I make fun of people who do. I get accused of this all the time. He's making fun of people with mental problems. No, I'm just telling you that I personally am not going to give somebody all that money to tell me what my mom can tell me, or my brother, or my woman, or one of my homeboys. The reason we have so many men that are depressed today is because men are not men anymore. I put a video in the Discord server from Twitter, and the video said, be nice to your homies because you might end up dating them one day. And it showed this guy with this other person, it looked like a girl, and then they showed a picture of them in high school. It was two guys. So one of them grew up to become a girl and was dating the other one. And I put that in the Discord server. I was like, here you go, check this out. I ain't really make no comments about it. Y'all know where I stand on that stuff. But men today are literally being indoctrinated with this softness. Men are being told it's okay for men to do stuff like that. Now, when I was growing up, dads did not teach that kind of stuff. But now we're growing up in an era where there aren't that many dads. Like, a lot of people don't have dads, so they don't get that structure. They don't get that that masculine arm to teach them stuff. If you grow up in a house and it's being run by women, you got sisters, aunties, whatever, and your mom is the head of the household, that increases the likelihood that you're not going to be a man. It increases the likelihood you're going to go to jail. It increases the likelihood that you're going to be somebody's girlfriend. That's just the truth. And it also increases the likelihood that you're going to be going to a doctor with some kind of mental illness, behavioral problems, stuff like that, depression. People who come from these types of homes are broken people. So that's why you got so many men. You got all these videos online. I'm depressed. Life is pain. Life is suffering. The agony. It's like, I didn't grow up in that era. We were told, get up, get out of bed, go outside and make something happen. Be a man. So I just can't get with this new generation of dudes who every time something happens, life is pain. Oh, I can't take it anymore. People like that, I just get away from them. I really do. I can't be around folks like that. They're just like a swirling black hole of sadness that's just sucking everybody in. It's just more victim status, man, and I don't play that.
Or I've got a 3-star
The
rating.
boundless voice.
So the question
used to be-
hang on, almost done. So the question.
He said, I'm ugly and girls don't want me. Exactly. Them kind of dudes. What they call them, black pill incels. Yeah, I can't deal with them kind of dudes, man. I am never gonna walk around calling myself ugly, and man, whatever. Yeah, can I stand to lose a little bit of weight? Of course. That's why I work out as much as I can. I go walking every morning when I wake up. I walk around my whole neighborhood. Takes like 45 minutes to do it. I go to the gym. So yeah, I'm conscious that I can lose some weight. But I'm not gonna ever come on camera and be like, yeah, man, life is pain. I'm ugly. My wife don't want me anymore. Man, I'm not finna, whatever. Let her even dare say, oh, I'm just not into it anymore because you need to lose some weight. I need to lose some weight. Oh, okay, your bags are on the porch. See, I just lost some weight. There you go.
The question becomes, if we have no scientific standards, you're calling yourself a scientist, we know which ones are good and which ones are not good. How do you know that?
It's a trial and error thing. A lot of it is you find a therapist.
Oh, great. The feminists. I just love listening to them. Don't you?
Who works with you properly, because
I'm also being very facetious right now. You guys know when I say I just love listening to feminists, you actually know I'm being extremely sarcastic, right? Like I'm at the farthest extreme of sarcasm you can get to.
They're able to understand you. Some therapists aren't good, and some are. Some are good for certain people. Some are not good for other people. Some specialize in certain fields so that they're used to certain thought patterns and know how to address them accordingly. But it's a very nuanced thing. You
So
can't
if
just
it's just
walk into any
randomized
therapist.
and nuanced, I would argue
not
back that you might
randomized.
be able to get the exact same results by just going to friend to friend
I
to
would
friend
agree
to
with
friend
you as well,
until
but-
you find the right one.
I would agree with that as well. However, you would probably need to find a very mature friend.
See, the red pill guys, they already break the number one rule that I live by, which is don't argue with women. That's my number one rule. I don't care even if you're right. Even if you can prove 1000% that you're right. You are lowering yourself as a man to sit at a table with a bunch of microphones arguing with women. Especially if you're arguing with women who are sex workers. You are doing yourself a disservice. You are dishonoring yourself by doing this. I don't argue with women because I'm a man. That would be like a dog arguing with a cat. No. You cannot win arguments with women because they argue from an emotional place. Most men, well, and I'm saying real men, argue from a logical place. Logic and emotion they don't mix properly. That's why arguments never solve anything. That's why I don't argue.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe an immature friend. After
No,
all,
an
you have
immature
psychologists
friend.
who are 23, 24, 25,
And then you'd
26
have
years
a
old.
No, but that's what I'm.
See, I've had women try to shame me. You're a coward because you won't argue with me. You're afraid of me. You're a punk. You're this. You're that. And all the time, I'm not saying nothing. You know what happens when a woman is saying that kind of stuff to you and you don't say nothing back? They get infuriated. They will fly off the handle. I actually got a chick put in jail one day because she was doing that all in my face. You this and you that, and I didn't say a word, not a single word. She got mad and hit me in the side of the face. And it was at a restaurant. I didn't say nothing. Not a word. Doot, 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 doot. 911. Yeah, I'm trying to eat. This girl screaming in my face and just hit me. The police came. Everybody there who saw it said, hey, he didn't say nothing. That girl just got up and smacked him in the face. Man, put your hands behind your back. See ya. Ain't nobody got time. I ain't finna argue. I ain't finna fight. I ain't finna put my hands on you. I'm gonna let them popos put their hands on you. I'm gonna let them handle that. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna do none of that. Yeah, don't fall into that trap, guys. When women start up with you, it's a trap. They're trying to get you to do something so you can go to jail. One of my homeboys fell for it. And by the time he got out of jail, his apartment was empty. She took all his stuff and disappeared when he got out of jail because he fell for the trap and got himself locked up. Don't fall for it.
I'm saying there are bad therapists out there.
You don't
right?
know
I
if
have
that
a
makes them a bad
48-year-old
therapist. That's
psychologist.
the problem.
You could have a very, very mature friend who's able to understand certain behaviors
You
and
can do
why people
splits,
do
Nick. I don't
certain
think I've
things.
seen you doing
And they can
splits.
sit down with you and talk
Sure.
to you
Huh?
and help you piece it out.
But
have
there's
not?
no scientific
If
rigorism.
they're-
Okay.
It doesn't.
So judging it would
You're
be just
basically-
basically judging it off of how you feel as a
So
result.
you just think the entire field of psychology is bogus?
Of course.
Okay, so then there's
It's a
no
soft
point in
science.
engaging.
If it's a
think
soft
that's
science and it can't be reproduced,
But there's
what could I use other than tales of people saying it's horrible and tales of people saying it's good? These are not
Because there's-
scientific ways to evaluate
there are
that.
certain
It's all just
archetypes that
depending
people
on your
fall into
parent.
when it comes to their personalities because of the way they were raised.
Yeah.
because
Hold
of
on.
their
Hold on.
household.
Stop right now. She's talking. You guys were specifically instructed before the show, no fucking sidebar conversations. Please, kindly, if somebody's talking, don't have a sidebar conversation. It's rude to the audience and it's rude to her. Let
It
her
seems like your
speak.
dad is like a big
Don't
hero
be
for you.
fucking talking.
He is. My
when she's
dad
talking.
is like a G.
I took a bunch of videos and phased them together, so that's why I just did that. Because I didn't want to just put a video up, take one down. I didn't want to do all that, so I just put them all together to make it, one big video.
Like I call him the OT engineer. I do know my mom, but I was primarily raised by my father and my grandmother and great grandmother.
Yeah, it's just because like I wouldn't say I fundamentally disagree with you guys with what you guys.
This girl in the white right here on the end is horrible. I've seen her on this show a bunch of times. She is a horrible person.
Are saying, but I'm not. I'm atheist or agnostic. I'm not practicing of any religion, but I grew up in the church for 16 years. So my mom made me go every weekend.
Which
and
church?
Baptist.
Well, why are you wearing a cross if you're atheist?
For fashion and irony. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. Is that blasphemous? But it's kind of like a fashion
It's
thing
just
right
kinda
now.
strange.
It's definitely a trend.
You know?
I mean, I still grew up in the church. I'd still say I'm spiritual, but I'm not practicing. I don't like follow the gospel like that. But
So you more so like believe in God and Jesus, but just not the
No.
church structure?
No.
Oh no.
I have a
chat,
connection to the church, and I'd say I have a connection to my spirituality, but I don't.
Yeah, these podcasts, I mean, look, for me, it would be miserable sitting there. Because I couldn't just sit there and listen to all that hen pecking. But they making a lot of money, so I guess there's a trade-off. It's like, hey, I'm making millions of bucks on YouTube. I get to hang around some pretty girls all day, even though they're getting on my nerves. Like, I'm one of these guys, I don't care how good a woman looks. If you're annoying, you're annoying. Okay? And this girl right here with the white on and the black hair, like I said, I've seen her on here before. Very, very, very annoying girl. Very. She's one of these ones that thinks that she shits gold bricks. Like, she really thinks she all that.
Believe.
Okay.
I don't believe that I would know if there was a creator.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
just relativism.
yeah.
Okay.
But back to my point, what I was saying was like, I feel like I do agree, but I don't think it's fair to women out there, especially women who do work to organize their lives around their families. Because I had a single mom, and the way you describe your dad.
She had a single mom, and you wonder why she's on OnlyFans. Guys, I know people like to say, "Oh, you can have a single mom and still be successful." Yeah, but the likelihood that you're going to end up in jail, prison, on drugs, doing sex work, homeless, all those things skyrocket when you don't have a dad. Those things skyrocket. Okay? Like, the percentages go, like, if you have a dad and a mom and they live in the same house and they raise kids together, you got like a 10, 15, 20% chance of your kids turning out to be Jeffrey Dahmer. because he had both his parents in the house. So you have like that percentage chance. But when you take away the dad, the percentages literally jump up to the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Okay? Like the chance of going to jail jumps up to like 80-something% when you're being raised by a single mom. So it does make a difference to have a dad. And this girl right here is an example of what happens when you don't have a dad at home. She does sex work. Oh, and by the way, OnlyFans models, y'all are digital prostitutes. Y'all think because y'all not on a street corner selling it that y'all are still selling sex. Okay, some of these OnlyFans girls have sex on camera with multiple different dudes, and they're being paid for it. That is called prostitution. You may not like the way it sounds, but it's the truth. Plain and simple.
This reminds me of.
By the way, guys, for anybody who missed this or misses part of it, I'm gonna be re-uploading it to my new Rumble channel for my Twitch uploads, and it'll also be here too.
The way I felt about my mom, you know, and although I do think women are more emotional and that like increased emotional response can lead to like playing checkers instead of chess, I think maybe when women are able to subtract men from their lives or like just like, I don't know, I think that there are women out there who can play life like a chess game, or that like I wish I could say that I could.
Now, someone who grew up without a dad is sitting here talking about women needing to remove men from their lives. So she wants all girls to be on OnlyFans, I guess.
You know, even though
But
I was
don't you
born
think
a
your
woman.
mom probably had to lean into her masculinity because she was a single mom?
Oh, definitely, but I don't see a problem with leaning into your masculinity.
But
I wish.
You're a woman. You shouldn't have any masculinity to begin with. How can you lean into something you shouldn't even have? I don't think that they pay attention to the stuff that they say when they say it.
I could act like I was
in
playing a
order
game of
for
chess.
her to go to her point, you're saying that you notice some of the things that she's talking about relevant to your relationship and your dynamic with your mom, but she had to.
They use a lot of stupid phraseology online. Part of the thing that I hate about the internet is people don't talk normal anymore. Okay, no one talks like they're talking, and this is part of my biggest beef with the internet.
Take on a masculine role, so she probably had to do some of the things.
Real people don't sit around talking about feminine and masculine and. No, let me tell you how we talk in the real world. If there's a girl who's acting like a dude, we'll say, why don't you quit acting like a dude? Quit acting like a man, be a woman. And if there's a man that's acting like a woman, we'll say, why don't you stop acting like a woman and be a man? Act like a man. We don't use this, you're feminine, you're masculine. Nobody talks like that. The internet is to blame for all these stupid words being passed around that don't make sense.
That she's describing her father did, correct?
Yeah, but she's a woman.
Yes, of course. I know she's still a woman. I'm saying she had to lean into her masculinity in order to probably protect you, provide for you, and also nurture you. So she had much more to do. But
See?
those
Stupid.
aspects of protection and provision are masculine.
I think that I could be leaning into my masculinity more like on Tuesday than I was on Wednesday, but like they're just all abstract concepts, and at the end of the day she's a woman and we're making
if they're abstract concepts, then why would you bring them up as being a differential between the two things if they're just abstract?
They are abstract, but what I'm saying is I think it's problematic to.
Yeah, but you're a relativist. Everything's abstract.
That's okay.
And why is it problematic for her to put her father on her pedestal?
It's not problematic for her to put her father on a pedestal.
Well,
I'd say it's
what aspect
problematic
is
to
problematic?
say that men are always playing chess and women are always playing checkers because chess is fundamentally a higher intelligent game.
Is that a true statement?
No. I'd say.
No. So then why should we believe you if it's not a true statement?
Why should you believe
Why
me?
should we believe what you just said, that some women are doing this, some men are doing that? You just said that it's not a true statement.
Well, if you want to actually talk about logic, though.
Is it true or not true?
It's a logical fallacy to say something is always one way and never another way.
What's that fallacy
It's
called?
a trend.
Is it called I just made it the fuck up fallacy? So
No,
back to
no,
where I
it's
was
not.
at.
It's not called
So back
that.
to where I was at
not called.
when we're talking about relativism, which is what we're talking about right now.
He said at this point, I'd rather watch the dude who made the sun go down. Don't worry, we're gonna be watching one of those coming up real soon. Let's see how bad y'all want it then.
You can't make truth claims.
Relativism is what you're talking about. Okay, I was just talking. She was talking about a trend that she's
But it's not. When you say
she's talking about a stereotype.
When you say something
can I
like "I disagree," when you say something like "I disagree with you," this is not true. This is true. You're a moral relativist. You don't even believe in a standard for truth. You have no standard for truth. Why would you ever make a claim something is true or not true?
Well, you just hate all relativists. I was having a conversation where I was,
is that true?
Well,
is it true that I hate all relativists?
It might be, because you're not a relativist.
Is that true? That might be true?
Okay, I'm sorry I had a relativist argument, but the point that I was trying to make.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier. When you make a living opening your legs, and then you come on a podcast like this and you try to have an intelligent conversation, you end up making yourself look bad. You already look bad because you sell sex. You already look bad because you come on hating men. And then you try to talk like you're intelligent, like you have a college degree, and you sound dumb. And then people perceive you as dumb. That's why every time people look at stuff like this, they think it's men versus dumb bimbos. Because these women, they say really stupid shit. I'm just going to put it plainly. On these podcasts, these women say really stupid shit. And then the men look smart because they come back and basically clean it up. And if I was these women, I would stop coming on these podcasts. But they can't because they like validation and clout. Every time they come on one of these podcasts, there's a potential they're going to get new customers. They're going to get new people to sign up to their OnlyFans. So that's why they keep coming on, even though they know that they're going to be made a fool of. If you know you have a chance to get more customers and make more money, you don't mind a few hours of somebody thinking that you're dumb. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get some new customers. That's why these women keep coming on Fresh and Fit, whatever podcast, The Rational Male, The No Fugazi, 8 at the Table. I mean, there is a bunch of these podcasts. I mean, a bunch of them. Because women love validation and they love attention, they're never going to stop coming on these things. And these guys are going to have an endless supply of women to make fun of.
The phrase "men are playing chess, women are playing checkers" is a stereotypical phrase, and I'm sure she might also concede that there are outliers to that. Mm-hmm. However, I'm saying, maybe.
Well, think about it like this. Let's say that there's a bunch of guys in the chat calling her whores and calling her this and this and this. Let's say 10 guys call her a name. 7 of them are gonna sign up to her OnlyFans. Even though they on there live calling her names and talking shit to her, sending messages, talking trash to her, they're still going to sign up to her OnlyFans, and she knows it. She knows it. Because even though they don't like what she's saying, they're sitting there right now thinking to themselves, I wonder what she looks like with her clothes off. I wonder what she looked like when she's doing it. And that right there is going to get them to sign up.
Better way to
the reason why OnlyFans is growing faster than regular porn sites is because porn stars don't offer anything secretive. They don't offer the girl next door effect. OnlyFans is literally the girl next door effect. The chick down the street from you can be an OnlyFans model. The chick across the street from you could be making content on OnlyFans. What if you got that hot neighbor that comes out and gets her newspaper every morning, and you're like, man, I wonder what she looked like naked. And then you find out she has an OnlyFans account. You signing up. You've been dreaming about this woman. She done lived across the street from you for 2-3 years. You've been dreaming, and now she got an OnlyFans. That's why OnlyFans is so popular, because it's not a bunch of porn stars that you're never going to get to meet. It's everyday girls that live in the area or live in your city that are doing it. All these women on here hang out in regular circles with regular people They go to clubs and bars and Applebee's and everything else like everybody else. That's the allure of it. That's what makes it what it is. It's the girl next door. Well, I just explained it to you, Kill. Looking at a porn star having sex is not the same thing as the girl down the street. It's not the same as the girl 2 houses down from you. Okay? It's not the same as your homeboy's hot stepmom. It's not. You can go on and look up a porn star. You done seen that same porn star do anything and everything with all kinds of people. But that girl that lives 2 houses down, you ain't never seen her do that before. And she lives 2 houses down from you. So you can easily go knock on the door. Hey, I seen your OnlyFans. You're hot, blah, blah, blah. That is the difference. You can't walk up to a porn star and start up a conversation. But the girl on OnlyFans, you can go to Starbucks and see her sitting there drinking a coffee. I mean, that is the allure of it. That's why men are signing up like crazy. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's the girl next door effect. Look it up and you'll understand it.
Phrase it, as she was saying, was it is more masculine to play chess as perceived in our society because we have for so long said, oh, men play chess. Like, yeah, like, of course, that's masculine. You're becoming more masculine if you're starting to play chess. Why can't I just say she's becoming more strategical? Why can't I just say she's becoming more strategical?
I think she was using it as an analogy.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm aware.
Yeah.
So I have 2 questions, I guess. One, would it be as offensive if I in fact said women play chess and men play checkers? And 2, actually, you can answer that one first.
I don't think it's offensive at all. I was just voicing my opinion.
Okay, but when it comes, so in regards to the initial statement, you were talking about being raised by a single mother. Do you think that a man can do the role of a mother? Do you think that's replaceable by a man? Can your father do what a mother does?
Yes. Actually, the statistics show that single dads have a higher success rate than single moms. You can look it up right now. Yes, dads can do the job without having a mom in the house.
As for you,
I wouldn't put it in personal terms.
What?
I wouldn't put it in personal terms to myself, but I think that a man could easily fulfill the role of a single mother.
I
wish Grid 1 was my dad donated $200. First girl, word of advice. Stop while you're behind. I will only get worse for you from here.
I'm great at arguing.
Ladies, what are 2 deal breaker characteristics in a man? Also, fuck the ATF. Abolish the NFA.
Yes.
And you know what? To give you credit, it's good that you're at least, because I feel like this panel might be leaning a bit more one way than the other. So I certainly give you credit for being open to.
Well, single dads never get any credit. Like, and I'm gonna tell you something. When I got custody of my kids, no one came and knocked on my door and said, "Good job." Do you know how rare it is in the state of Tennessee for a man to get full legal custody of his children? I did something in this state that almost never happens. And my boys, when I got them, they were 3 and 4 years old. The oldest one is 17 now. We don't get credit. We don't get credit. I don't know why. If a woman is a single mom, the sisterhood will come out and tell her how great she is. You go, girl. You doing such a great job. And blah. But when men do the same exact thing, there ain't no pat on the back. There's no congratulations. There's no nothing. It's just suck it up and do your job.
Disagreement on this.
Well, just to kind of play devil's advocate here, because I naturally agree more with Keisha, but I can see both sides of an argument. Mm-hmm. What I'll say is that I think what Keisha was meaning was generalities, like in general, men.
It's a good thing I didn't join the Red Pill movement. Yeah, listen. I tell people honestly, The stuff you get from the red pill movement is stuff your dad should have told you. Why would you pay Fake and Fraud $500 for some kind of online program when you could just talk to your dad? I tell my boys all the stuff that Fake and Fraud would try to sell to them online. I give it to them free because I'm their dad. I think all this red pill stuff has a shelf life. I think at some point you won't see red pill content anymore because most of it is being flagged on the internet. Like most of it is literally being flagged down. A lot of it is moving to Rumble because that's the only place you can do it now and get away with it, really. They get demonetized a lot. They get censored and restricted a lot. And it's because we have this thing online now where women are protected no matter how bad they are. Women can literally be as bad as they want to be, and they will get protected by the system. And when I say the system, I mean the digital system. Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Like, I watched a video where a woman was on TikTok doing a video about basically how terrible men are. A man made a response video to her video. His video got taken down by TikTok. All he did was respond to all the horrible things that she was saying about men. He responded, his video was taken down, her video still up. That's the system, guys. That's just the way it is.
You know, think with playing chess and women with checkers, but of course he already acknowledged over here that there are outliers, that there are going to be outliers in that situation. So just because
the exceptions prove the rule.
Right. If
the exception proves the rule, you wouldn't have the exception.
Right. So we have outliers, we have exceptions, but
which prove what?
Technically, her mother might be one of those outliers. We don't know, but I think that she can actually say, well, I saw my mother fulfilling some of those things. I saw that in her own case, so maybe she's just one of the outliers.
Yeah, you can say that, but that's really not in context what the discussion is. The discussion,
it is in context.
The discussion isn't asking, are there going to be outliers in basically every situation we can think of? Sure. Okay, sure. Of course there are. Always going to be some kind of outlier for something. But in context, what she's saying is, if you're looking at the nature of men, when they look at the world, they're playing chess. So what she's saying is they organize the world based on a strategic mind. So they're saying everything from how do I want to run the wires for those cameras to how do I want to organize the structures of society. And she's saying if you don't follow that pattern and submit to your husband and allow him to take that role, then in corporate America, you're going to have to do it for a psychopath. That's her whole point. Am I wrong?
No, that's exactly it. And I think another example is like men have.
You know, one thing that I noticed is that women are allowed to do stuff, and it's okay as long as people don't talk about it. Like, you guys know that Harvey Weinstein's conviction in New York got thrown out. His rape conviction. Now they're gonna retry him, but it was thrown out by the appeals court. Do you know how many actresses came to Harvey Weinstein and offered sex for a part in a movie? And then after their careers were over, because the women who got him put in prison, all of their acting careers were over. So after going to this producer and giving themselves up so they can get a role in a movie, which everybody know is happening in Hollywood. A lot of them women in Hollywood, it's called the casting couch. Look it up. These women are knowingly going and basically giving it up to these producers and these directors for a role in a movie. Once their career was over, he raped us. Nobody ever talks about the fact that it was an equivalent exchange. He wanted something from you, which was sex. You wanted something from him, which was a part in a movie. Instead of exchanging cash, he exchanged a movie role. which literally made the women more cash. So, yeah, it's okay for them to do that shit. But if you say it out loud, you're a misogynist. You're blaming the victim. You're a bad person. But it's truly happening right now. As we speak, some girl is getting off the bus from Kansas in Hollywood, don't know what's going on, bright-eyed, don't know anything about California, and somebody's trying to lead her to a casting couch. If you go on Pornhub right now, type in casting couch, there's a whole section of girls that have never done movies, never done porn, nothing. And these creepy ass, old ass porn producers basically get these girls to have their first sex scene. Some of these girls are literally just turning 18 years old, fresh off the bus. And they're like, come to my studio. At some point, we got to say, it's your body, it's your choice, it's your right, it's your everything. You can't always just blame everybody else because you decided to open your legs.
Told me that when they come up and just have a casual conversation with a woman, they can tell what kind of man is in her life and what level of proximity, like if she's maybe dating, just by like certain behaviors or things that she says and does. Women don't read actions the way that men do, and I don't care how good they are at it, like they just don't read actions the way that men do. We are so deceived by like what we hear, and like it's not the same. We speak completely different languages, and the more that you realize that you are completely different mentally and emotionally from a man, the more you have protection against some of the things that happen. Because as soon as I realize a man
Which is how you know she was raised by a man, if it was a single parent, because she's speaking sense.
I was going to ask you, actually, I was like, you noticed that.
Well, you know, in response to that message, look, man, we have brand new laws in place that prevent men from staring at women. They're called menacing laws. Look them up. If you stare at a woman, if you stare at a particular part of a woman for an extended period of time, you can get a citation for menacing. If you do it again, you can get a misdemeanor charge. Menacing is basically staring at a chick. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. You can get a menacing charge. And that means if you're staring at a woman's breast, you're staring at her ass. If she's at the gym and you're just looking in between her legs and you're just staring for like 3 to 5 seconds, I think it is, that's considered menacing. Now, I watched a video today where 2 girls walked up behind a guy who was lifting weights. Both of them grabbed his ass. And nobody in the gym said shit. The man had to go to the gymnasium staff. He had to go to the staff and say, hey, those 2 girls just grabbed my ass while I was working out. Now, we know what would have happened to him if he did it. If he would have walked up and grabbed their asses. See, women like the double standard because a woman can walk up right now and grab your dick and probably won't nothing happen to her. But if you walk up and reach between her legs, you going to jail. It's just the way it is. It's messed up, but that's how shit is. Oh, if a woman stares at a dude, nothing. No, the menacing laws go one way. That law was put into place to make women feel safe. Has nothing to do with men. So if a woman is staring at your dick all day, she's not gonna get charged.
I had you asked me immediately, okay, were you raised with your mother? And probably because you could tell by the way that I'm speaking, what's coming out of my mouth, that there's more of a masculine influence in my life as opposed to a woman's. And so it's something that you delineate already in your mind that's completely different to what a woman would operate in. So it's just a completely different thing. And as soon as I notice that a man is playing chess, I instantly defer to my father. And if I had a husband, I'd instantly defer to him because I know that I will never win a game of chess against a man. I just won't. And if I try to, as soon as I enter the game, I lose.
That's the part that I find problematic. Yes, the statement overall is true. I won't be a relativist. I'd say as a generalization, it can be said as true. But the reason I don't like that framing is because...
A relativist can't say anything's true.
I never claimed to be a relativist.
You did.
Continue with your point, though.
But just so you know, in the future, you did claim you were a relativist.
She actually claimed it more than once. But women don't hear when they talk. That's one thing I've learned about women, is why I don't argue with them. Women will say a bunch of stuff and they won't remember what they said because they don't hear they themselves talk. They only hear what they want to hear, but they don't listen to themselves. So she claimed to be a relativist twice.
Okay.
But that's all an agnostic.
Go ahead with your point, though.
Well, I mean, like, it creates...
Now, there's nothing wrong with being a relativist or agnostic or an atheist. I'm an atheist. I just don't walk around with a badge on my sleeve all day saying, hey, I'm an atheist. Only time I even really talk about being atheist is when I'm doing religious type content, or if somebody brings some religious stuff to my doorstep. But other than that, I don't even talk about being an atheist. I don't feel like it's something I should have to talk about. That's the whole point of being an atheist. So I don't have to talk about religious nonsense.
It's a sense of fear, because what if some of the men are stupid? Trust me, there are dumb men out there who are playing checkers. You know,
yeah, that's what's happening now with the deconstruction of the family and everything.
Predatory?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the other thing, and we see that happening all the time, where there are predatory men who are actually targeting young, vulnerable women, especially women who haven't had fathers in their lives like you. They target and prey on the vulnerable women, and I think that's what partially what.
Here we go with that bullshit feminist talking point. Oh, it's so dangerous. Men are just targeting women all over the place. If you go and look up the national statistics right now, young women are not being attacked just randomly in the streets by men. It's not happening. It's a lie that feminists have been pushing for years to make women afraid of men. The feminist movement will stop growing if women learn to stop being afraid of men. The whole feminist movement is built up on fear of men. So that's why they keep pushing this narrative that women are out there being assaulted by men. It's not true. Every time I hear it, it pisses me off. Men are not out there just randomly assaulting women on the side of the road while you're driving by. It's just not. Men don't even hardly talk to women anymore. Like, you got one video where a woman will say, oh, me and my girls went out and no guys would walk up and talk to us. We couldn't get any guys to talk to us. And then on the other side, you got women saying, oh, they assaulted us. Well, last I checked, men have literally just tuned out of the dating market. Men are just turned off. They're just done. They're tired of getting rejected. They're tired of being told they ain't good enough. They're tired of being told that they're toxic. Men have just said, fuck it. So, I just wish that they would be honest. My whole thing is honesty. I don't like all the lying.
What Keisha's trying to get to here is that if men are thinking like with chess, and you're not going to be able to figure out if they're trying to prey on you or target you, you become a vulnerable target when you don't have your father in your life.
But you don't believe that you can play chess too.
Wait, can I ask you something?
And you don't believe that they could be playing checkers.
Can I ask you something though?
Yeah.
Would you like a relationship with a man who will completely take care of you, protect for you, provide for you, stand by you, be loyal, have kids with you, and you could trust that he's there for you 100%?
Shane donated $200.
Sure, I don't.
Third girl, huge pick me.
Do you want to address the pick me accusations?
Yes, pick me, because like, what the heck? Why would I want to be in the position to do any of this by myself? Like, the amount of things that women are put up to do that they literally cannot handle doing is literally the reason for the destruction of our society right now. Because men are not being respected in their position as men and fathers, and women are taking control and also being told that they can actually do it and then failing.
A lot of that is because a lot of men aren't present in the childhood, and that's what's happening. Is there's just the women are trying to control, and
what she just said, it just shows you how out of touch these women are. Men are not present in the childhood. That's because men don't want to be around with some woman using their child against them. I've had it done to me. A lot of men know what it feels like when a woman is using your child as a weapon against you. I'm not going to let you see your kid. You can't see your son unless you give me some money. Until you know what that feels like, you can't understand. I've had that happen to me. I need some money. If you want to see your kid, pay attention to me. They blackmail you, basically. If you want to see your kids, then we need to get back together. Stuff like that. I've had all that happen to me. So it's not that men are just absent in their kids' lives. It's that women are doing treacherous shit. They're doing horrible shit to men. And men have just gotten tired of it. And a guy would rather walk away and keep all his shit than be stuck with a woman that's treating him like crap.
They don't understand and appreciate what the men do because they never had an example of that.
What
really
other choice?
Sorry, really quick. I wish Grid One. We will ask your question here. I'm just letting this conversation finish up. I will ask the two deal breaker questions.
What other choice do they have? That's strange. Could you go work on an oil rig tomorrow?
I could if I wanted to.
Oh, so are you saying that you have all the choices that men have right this second?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
no.
then what are you talking
no.
about?
Okay,
what are you talking about?
I don't have all the choices men have right this second.
Oh, what choices don't you have?
A lot.
What?
I can't be as condescending as you.
Well, that's because you just have not acquired this skill of knowledge, which is a prerequisite.
It's because society thinks I play checkers and you play chess.
Yeah, but
so even if I try to be on the same.
You see how she instantly turned that into an insult because she couldn't answer the question? Anytime you ask a woman, what rights do a man have that you don't? None of them can answer it because we don't have any special rights that women don't have. Every right that I have, that you have, women have the same rights. So in some cases, it's not just about rights. It's also about privileges. See, that word gets left out. Not only do they have all the equal rights that men have, women have a layer of privileges on top of the rights. Men just have rights, but we don't have any privilege to go with it. We don't have no privilege. And I'm not talking about like white or black privilege. I'm talking about I'm pretty and I have a vagina. She can get into a room with millionaire men because of how she looks and because they see her as a sex object. If I wanted to get into a room with millionaires, I would have to first become a millionaire. If I want to go and talk to Jerry Jones at Cowboy Stadium, I have to be a billionaire to get into that box where he sits. Other than that, he won't let me come in there. But I bet you she could get in there in the after party. I bet you she could get in there because of how she looks. Now, once they hear her talk, they'll probably throw her out. But just based on her looks, she could get in the door. That's rights and then privilege on top.
Level as you. I'm already a relativist.
Hey, great snark. But can you answer the question?
What choices do I have?
Do you not have?
If there's no man in my life?
What choice do you not have that men have?
Okay, what choice do I not have that men have when I wake up in the morning? I cannot walk around with my shirt off. I know that's a stupid, lame one, but I don't know how many of you.
You can walk around with your shirt off.
Okay, well,
without social outrage.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What choices do you have? Or do you not have?
Well, this isn't relevant to.
No,
what they
it's
were
exactly
saying.
relevant.
They were saying, can you guys
You
repeat
said
what
it's
you were
because
saying?
women. I'll repeat it for you.
Okay.
You said it's because women have not had the choices.
Hang on a minute, guys. I had something happen. I don't know what that was, but my system just froze. Hold up. I don't know what that was. Holy crap. All right, it's fixed now, but wow, I don't know what that was. My bad. Let's continue.
Okay, so just so that we're clear, You do think, from an egalitarian lens, then men and women have the same amount of equal choice?
No.
Okay. Well, then what choices do women not have that men have?
There's a lot. It would be hard for me to delineate them all for you,
If
but
there's
that
a
doesn't
lot,
mean they're
then
not
you should
there.
name one.
See, this is what I mean. First things first, I think there should be like a limit to how many times a certain person can come on one of these shows. They bring her on all the time. There should be a limit. They should be like, hey, look, you done been on enough. But second, you shouldn't be allowed to say something if you can't back it up with evidence. You can't sit here and bash men all day and then you can't give a single reason for it. Why even say anything?
Doesn't mean they're not
If
there.
there's a lot, then how about one?
It's not going to be good enough for you, but sure, let me think of some of the things. I could probably not go work a contracting job
Why?
because I'm physically weaker.
Okay, so
Dude, this is making my head hurt.
Biological.
that has nothing to do with the lawfare, though.
With what?
With law, so it has nothing to do with the law. You could go work as a contractor.
Okay, but
There's
they were
nothing barring you.
saying women who grow up without male figures typically
Mm-hmm.
fail because they're trying to take on these masculine roles,
Mhm.
which they are not capable of taking on.
Yep.
Yeah, but there's nothing stopping you from trying. That's the point he's making. Even if you fail, there's nothing stopping you from trying.
What is your question that is challenging
My
me?
question to you just now was, do you believe that in this egalitarian society that men and women have equal choice? You said no.
Yes, that's why the women are failing.
We're not saying they're failing. What we're saying is that women who grow up without fathers in their home, they're made more vulnerable because men who are thinking on the level of chess, who might actually not be a good man, who might be a predatory man, those men see you as an easy target,
Yes.
a vulnerable person that they can take advantage of. See, if your father's in the home, your father can say, that's not a good guy, don't date him, I see the red flags, don't even bother.
Yeah.
Or the father can set a standard when that man is coming to pick you up for a date. You're
Yeah.
going to have my daughter home at this time, nothing funny, or you're going to deal with me and you're going to answer to me. So what we're getting at is the women who don't grow up with fathers, it's not that you're failing, it's more or less that
you
you're
have to masculinize.
no,
That's what
it's
you
that
were
you're
saying, right? That's what she was saying.
No, we're not saying you have to masculinize. We're talking about how you're being made vulnerable because you don't have a father figure in your home.
But aren't male children are also made vulnerable if they don't have the father in the home?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and
so
they,
it's not
for
just
them,
like-
it's a different thing.
But
It doesn't tend to go in the form of being
it's not
taken
the-
advantage
right,
of sexually.
I feel
It
like
usually has to go in the form of more likely to be imprisoned or in jail or having
All those places
doing
you get
drugs and
taken
other
advantage
things.
of sexually,
Yeah,
though.
I would say that there's a lot of
not
little boys
necessarily.
that are being taken advantage sexually because they don't have fathers, and
Maybe like by women.
by men and women. Like I
Guys, I don't want to be on here too long because I know the NFL draft is coming. The second round of the draft is coming on in a little while if it's not already on. So I don't want to take up everybody's draft time. But what you just saw is an expose of what happens when you argue with women. It makes no sense. It makes your head hurt, and it puts you to sleep. That's why I don't do it. I don't. Arguing with women is a complete and utter waste of time, especially when you have feminist women who are so stuck in their beliefs that nothing can change their mind. Okay? Nothing can change their mind. Waste of an argument. Waste of time. Anyways, I'm going to get up off here, guys. I'm going to spend the rest of my night watching the draft and playing my video games. Those new episodes on the website will be on there in the morning. Dragon Ball and SAO, I'll make sure to get them on there. Yeah, is what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna get up out of here, and I'll be back on tomorrow.
backlash written on me. Card rubbing on a glass bowl, I've been balling. Free my ladies in the counter now, I'm already out. Already on the countdown, I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me. Cold running from the po-po and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna know it. I got the backlash written on me. Card rubbing on a glass bowl, I've been balling. Free my ladies in the counter now, I'm already out. Already on the countdown, I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me. Cold running from the po-po and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna know it. Yeah, come and get it, clock it ticking for my riches now. Yeah boy, counting commas in my kitchen now. Yeah right, Colorado ain't my region now. But now I'm headed out there anyhow. Set it up like I'm headed out for the big amount. Shoot it up like I'm heading out for the pictures now. How many people could do it the way I did it now? I really mean it, I feel like the only one around. Whoa, while I'm at it, I ain't kidding, I won't have it. Try and wait for me to slip, I ain't no Bambi. I'll be center in a rink, I'm Joey Sakic. And when you see me, I just came out with the hat trick. Oh God, don't be stressing with the magic. Acting out cause you ain't never seen no rabbits. All them bunnies, they be helping me imagine how I tell them that the man has got the backlash written on me. Card rubbing on a glass bowl, I've been balling. Free my ladies in the counter now, I'm already out. Already on the countdown, I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me. Cold running from the po-po and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna know it. I got the backlash written on me. Card rubbing on a glass bowl, I've been balling. Free my ladies in the counter now, I'm already out. Already on the countdown, I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me. Cold running from the po-po and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now, I don't wanna know it. Might as well be going down, I don't wanna know it.